And bringing it back home, it is, well, we have a beach here.
We do.
It was a great day for it.
We have quite a few beaches here,
Yeah,
actually. Headlands
that's right.
Beach. It's also the biggest natural beach,
Minus
I
the
believe,
sharks,
in
though.
Ohio. Minus the sharks,
Yeah.
yes. There may be some other things out there on Lake Erie, but we'll just leave that alone. Okay, it was a beautiful Independence Day. Yes, it was. Lots of sunshine, but our next weather story becomes the heat. So we're going to take a quick pivot here. We were near average today at 85 degrees. 84 is where we should have been. 67 is where we woke up to this morning. 2 degrees warmer than the average, but thank goodness we weren't at 98 degrees. Although some people might say by the time the week is done that it felt like 98 degrees. I promise you, it won't get that warm here around Northeast Ohio. 70s giving way to some 60s overnight. Okay, so we do know that already. Our weather story again is now going to start to be the heat. Heat index values making it into the 90s tomorrow. Some areas will be in the upper 80s. It is certainly going to be some very uncomfortable weather. And also with heat being the #1 danger that we face here in the U.S., that is something that we have to make sure we pay close attention to. Pop-ups possible tomorrow, but we have more of a stronger threat for showers and thunderstorms come Thursday. Lake forecast tomorrow. A lot of boaters out there watching the fireworks this evening. It's going to be a great day for some boaters again tomorrow, maybe not on Thursday. So let's track some rain, shall we? All right, we'll get to it here. Rain chances increasing for Thursday, coming down a little bit on Friday. We'll have more clouds rather than sunshine on Friday for the first half of the day. Saturday doesn't look that bad. A little bit more clouds and sun as well, but then we have another chance for some rain arriving on Sunday. Moving in from west towards east, that's what it does here in the lower 48. We have a better picture of getting what the rainfall models are forecasting for us come Thursday leading in towards Friday. We're going to start the clock at Wednesday. Fast forward here, once we get into Thursday afternoon, we really start to uptick the numbers a little bit once we get into Thursday night. Look at that, Elyria outperforming Cleveland by a stretch, but again, we're still about 2.5 days out, so we don't want to worry about that, and we won't hang our hat so much on those numbers. Here's your National Design Mart forecast for the rest of the evening. Taking it into tomorrow around noon, mid-80s already in some areas inland, such as Akron and also Canton, down to about Tuscarawas, Carroll County, even over towards Richland and Ashland County. You're also in the mid-80s. It doesn't get any better once we get into the afternoon. What could help us, though, would be some of that rain-cooled air, some quick pops across the atmosphere. Nothing widespread, nothing is really going to be at severe weather limits, but it could kind of bring the temperatures down just a little bit. But we will stick with the humidity, though. Normally, you get some of these summertime storms come in, and you think, oh, it's going to cool us down. That's not really going to happen. What happens on Thursday, though, would be a better performance in terms of rain chances and thunderstorm chances. There's the model bringing in our frontal boundary around 3, 4, perhaps even 5 p.m. west moving towards east. That'll carry through with that narrative even into the evening hours around 9, 10 p.m. That's when we start to get things drying out just a wee bit. There could be a little bit of return flow, but I think with that north performing wind, it'll most likely keep us in the 70s on Friday and may keep us in the 70s come Saturday. Overall, tonight, we're going to remain in the 60s. Cloudy and foggy skies out there. Winds are going to be calm as well. Remember that air quality issue. I think that could also breathe in a little bit more issues for us on tomorrow morning. Summer heat roars back in. Most areas will be in the 80s tomorrow. Heat index forecast for tomorrow. Look at this. Once we get into the afternoon hours, shortly past noon, feels like 88 degrees for many. Nearly 89 degrees, coming close to 90 degrees once we get in those peak heat hours, which is between 2 and about 5 p.m. We're going to keep it fairly large for you, and quickly as we wrap up this forecast, notice there's that frontal boundary arriving again on Thursday evening. Drive at 5. Could have been a stormy one, so track this accordingly if you're going to be commuting home from work Thursday afternoon around 5, perhaps maybe even late as 7. Once we get into Friday morning, a few lingering showers, then we make a break towards some dry conditions. As we go towards break right now, here's your Union Home Mortgage 10. Look at this. By the end of the week, staying into the 70s through the weekend, low 80s next week, and back into that rain chance for much of next week.